beautiful Scorpio, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-December right through to mid-January 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details, and I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. The first pile will be your protagonist energy. Second pile will be any difficulties you've been experiencing regarding love. And the last pile will be the overall outcome. And then I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you all as well. Now, just to let you know that your 8th house is influencing you at this time. So you may be a little bit more focused on your finances at this moment in time, thinking about joint finances like mortgage payments or debts, credit card payments, things like that, people you owe things to. But also this house also connects to intimacy. So there may be a few flirtatious moments between you and others, and there may be more of a frizz-on between you and a potential love suitor as well, because the 8th house represents taboo and also taboo topics, shall we say, but also it represents getting deeper with another person on a very intimate level. Okay, so also just to let you know, your 3rd house of communication is started for you from the end of the month, and that's all about messages back and forth. I mean, look, at the end of the month we've got letter there, so that's really connecting to the houses that are influencing you at this time. So I do feel like you could be talking to somebody by the end of the month, but we will go a little bit deeper. Also, the 3rd house represents quick trips, early learning as well. So some of you may put yourself on a course of learning to enhance a craft or a skill that you have, or perhaps learn a new one, maybe even put yourself on a hobby. And some of you may be thinking about having a quick vacation or booking a vacation for next year. So some of you maybe have a weekend away planned for next year, or even in this month as well. So your first card there is the Bear. So you have endured a lot when it comes to love. You even got the cross there as well. So this tells me that you have sacrificed a lot in love, and I feel that you've had a real difficult journey when it comes to love. So difficult that some of you have even thought about giving up on love because it has been very painful experience. You may have withdrawn from the dating scene in general, but the Bear represents strength. Okay, strength to carry on. You're not giving up here. I mean, you've even got the Child card here, which represents new beginnings. So I feel like there may be somebody perhaps that you fell in love with in the past and you got hurt in that situation, and you may carry the wounds of that situation. It doesn't mean you actually want to go back to that person. It actually means that you've been influenced by that situation and perhaps have felt very protective of your heart ever since. Okay, now I feel whilst you've been in a single energy, you have been powering up. This is a card of strength, but it's also a card of being very protective of your energy and power. You have a lot more power in the dating scene than you realize. You're very magnetic, very attractive. You've got a lot of smarts. You're very intelligent. You are very fun to be with and very sensual and passionate. And those eyes, people write books and poems and stories about those eyes, is what my guides are giving me as well. So you actually have a lot more power in the dating scene than you realize, but because of either some sort of wounding that you've experienced in the past, it prevents you from having that confidence that you should actually have in this lifetime. Okay, now a lot of you may have been really focused on work as well, because this is a card of really bossing up in the environment of ambition. So some of you may have been working really hard and have no time to find love. And if you are retired, you could be filling your day with lots of things that are very interesting for you, little projects and vacations, or just things that are ticking over, but you just don't have time to find love. So I get this energy of you having to sacrifice time in order to get out there and find someone new. Now there is someone new on the horizon, because we do have a new start here, and we do have a letter which indicates that there is potential communication from somebody that you're going to meet. But as I said, we will go deeper as we go on with the Celtic cross. Now, because you've had to be so strong when it comes to love relationships, you've grown this sense of independence, and it's not that you need somebody, it's that you want somebody. And some people see you as being like super self-sufficient. And don't ever change yourself for another person, my beautiful Scorpio. You're awesome all by yourself. But some people may feel that you don't need love, or that they may look at you as that you are so independent by yourself. And people may have said this to you in the past, that they feel like, it's not that they feel like intimidated, but they just feel like there's this invisible shield telling people, you know what, I don't need love. I don't need anybody, okay? Because, I mean, a bear, when you see a bear, it's like there's this force field around a bear that's got this energy of power, and they're just busy being themselves. That's exactly like you, my beautiful Scorpio, but you have a real stinger in your tail, and that intensity can be felt. Even when you're being really pleasant, there's that, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, I'm just getting this, I'm channeling this message right now. Even I am kind of going, really? Because I'm a Scorpio as well, but this is what they're giving me, so I'll give it to you. There's something, okay, how can I put this? There's something so beautiful, sweet, attractive, and alluring about you, but at the same time dangerous about you. Not that you are like dangerous to be with, but there's this otherworldly depth to you that some people are afraid to experience. Now that's what I've just been given by my guides, okay? So take that as it resonates. It may not resonate for everyone out there, but there's something otherworldly about you. There's this magnetic depth to you, and some people are not willing to go to that depth and intensity in love that you are. So people may have said to you in the past, you're too intense, you're too this, you're too blah, blah, blah. You're not any of those things, my beautiful Scorpio. You're not too anything. You're exactly the way that you're meant to be. So it's important that you realize the right person is not going to think those things. The right person is going to embrace all those traits. And I see that there is someone here who will do that for you coming on in, but we will get to that in a moment. As you can see, it's number 10 at the bottom there, which really indicates that you're turning a page. Number 10, really indicates the Wheel of Fortune energy, which means things are getting better. But you've got number 15 here as well. So number 15 is the Devil card energy, which means there's some sort of blockage. Now, the blockage doesn't have to be negative. It can mean that you're attached to a previous situation, or there's some sort of wounding that has influenced you, and therefore you've created some sort of barrier around your heart. Things that you are working out right now, okay? So I feel like you are working those things out, and I feel, you are ready to open yourself up to love. I feel like you've been ready to open up for a while, but because you've had such a tumultuous journey in love in general, love experiences that you've had, I feel like it's very difficult for you to just open up to anybody, okay? And you don't tend to even let people into your inner circle regarding friends unless you feel very safe with that person, that you can trust that person. So it takes a lot for you to open up anyway. And I feel like that's something you're working on. Now, you may have in the past tended to meet people who needed fixing or had some sort of obsession with you, or even some sort of addiction. It could be a substance abuse. It could be that they're addicted to many things, but I feel like people tended to gravitate towards your light, and you started to notice that, and I feel like you got fed up with that. That's why you may have taken yourself out of the dating game for a while and just been a solitary energy, okay? Because bears, they tend to walk along alone for a while, and of course until they have their little cubs, and then they raise those. But the solitary bear energy, I feel like you're strong enough to be by yourself, of course, but I get this energy that deep down you really want a new start with somebody. You want to start something really exciting and new, and someone you can depend on, someone who's faithful, and someone that is just as passionate, as intense as you, who understands you, or at least wants to climb that barrier, climb that wall that you've had to erect to protect your heart. Someone who wants to get to know you on that deep, intense level. Okay. Now the resistance position, we've got the child. So because you've got the bear and you've got the child and you've got the cross, I would say that some of you, my beautiful Scorpios, have had a traumatic childhood experience perhaps, or you've been influenced in some way regarding love. So you may have had a very dysfunctional upbringing in some way, or parents, people in general, they argue all the time. I'm not talking about that. It may be that you witnessed a parent cheat, or there was some sort of the foundation of what it means to love, your witness of it when you were younger is in some way has wounded you, or in some way has marked you, and it has played out in the way that you operate in love going forward. Okay, so there may be an experience that you can think of that really pinpoints where your idea of what it meant to love has been a little bit askewed. Now, not everybody's going to resonate with that. I totally get that. So there may be something like bullying or some sort of childhood wounding. If you were bullied when you were younger, you may feel that you were not lovable or likable, things like that. And that's not true at all. Okay, you are lovable and likable and all of those things. Now, because the child card is in the resistance position, it kind of means that for a long time, even though you wanted a new start, you may have felt like you're not ready for it, or you may have felt in some way attached or influenced by a situation from the past, and it was difficult to get rid of that person or that situation in order to be ready for this new start. But I do see you changing things. It's number 13, which is the death card energy. There is change afoot here, and you are ready for love. Okay, there is a new beginning here for you. Also, when you get the child card, I feel like you had to grow up quite quickly, okay? And I feel like you innocently went into love, and you're the sort of person who gives your whole heart and soul. And I feel like you've had a bit of a shock when it comes to love later on. I want you to be aware that not every person is going to treat you the same way, and not every relationship is going to go the same way either. I actually see a romantic union headed in your direction where both parties reciprocate and find compromise and love and devotion and strength within each other, and most importantly, understanding. Okay. Now we also have, some of you may have a child with a previous partner. My guides just came in, said I'm not finished with this card yet. Some of you may have a child with a previous partner. Some of you may have had a miscarriage as well. And these factors can also play a role in how you feel about opening yourself up to new love. There's a lot of dynamics that goes with moving on. So I feel, you're having the strength now to open yourself up to love, and you're ready to move on, but it may have not been for a while. Okay. We've also got the cross card here. This is the outcome. Now the cross does represent, well, I'm getting two energies here. When you get the cross, it can mean that you sacrifice a lot when it comes to love. And it's really important to realize that there must be reciprocity, because you would go to the ends of the earth for your partner, or for the ones that you love in general. And you don't let everybody in your inner circle, but the ones that you would do anything for those people. You're the sort of people, it's like ride or die. That's the sort of energy I've got coming through here. And they want you to be aware that sometimes you have to allow the person to come to you and show you that they love you, and that they want to do things for you to show you that you matter, that you care, that they care, and that you have value. Okay, because if you're always giving, and sometimes overgivers tend to have had a lot of trauma in childhood, or in some way in growing up on their journey. Now, we've all had a different journey, and no one can really judge us, because each person's journey is different, and we can only seek to understand. So it depends on your experiences. But people who tend to have had some sort of traumatic experience that still influences them, even if you don't think about it, it can be your fight or flight mode that is triggered in certain situations. And I feel To give and to overgive is to sometimes put your person on a bit of a pedestal, and whilst you may not realize it, you're actually changing the dynamics, and you're looking up at that person, not really realizing that you've put yourself beneath them, when really you just love them, you idolize them, you want to be with them, you want the relationship to prosper and blossom. And sometimes we just go a little bit too far in what's the word? There's a word I really want to use. It's not mothering, but it's kind of like over caring. I'm not sure if there's a word to describe it, or I'm just not getting it. So I'm trying to pinpoint the energy that they're giving me, and I'll always be honest and say I can't quite grasp it. And this time I cannot quite grasp what they're trying to give me, but I feel like I'm close. Okay. Now also, the cross can represent in the Lenormand deck regret or sorrow. So there may be a situation here, you've had a lot of suffering when it comes to love, and you may have felt like you wasted your time in a previous situation, and you may have felt that now you're older, you wish you'd never met that person from the past, or you may have wished that you never had experienced or wasted time with a person. That's coming up here. I feel like all the experiences that you've had to date are making you strong enough to open yourself up to that level of vulnerability to be with this new person. This person is at a similar journey as you. I want you to be aware of that. So they kind of understand where you're coming from and why the walls around your heart may have been built so high, because you're so used to people either trying to take advantage of your kindness, or really misunderstanding you. And I feel this person that's coming in, this new person, they actually seek to understand. And I'm going to pull a quick card on that cross just to clarify before I go into the Celtic cross for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Page of Wands. Okay, now what I'm getting here is, and it's I can relate to this actually. It's number 36, as you can see. When you reduce it, 3 + 6 is 9, which is the Hermit energy. So your singledom, what they're indicating is this person, this new person that comes along, they better be pretty damn special for you to take your attention off the things that matter and focus any energy on them, because you're done with time wasters and you're done with people who try to lead you down the garden path. We got the Page of Wands here, so it's like this person better come with some a lot of chemistry, because you feel you could be in a room of like a million people who all look like the hottest people in the world, right? And if there's no like laser like focus from you and a spark that you can like feel miles away, you're like, that's the person, the one person at the back behind the pillar that people can barely see. You're just like, I know that person's my person, I just know. And everybody else is like, but what about all these other people who are here? You're like, no, the one right at the back behind the pillar, I know that's my person. And I feel it has to be pretty special. Okay, Page of Wands is you're eager to meet someone new, don't get me wrong, but you need that spark, you need that originality, you need that something different. Okay, and I feel you're not willing to sacrifice your freedom or your singledom, because you're not lonely. You're getting on doing your thing. You are busy. You are, you tend to sacrifice a lot of your time as well for your family, is what I see. And whilst that is wonderful, please do try to make some time for you also. But the Page of Wands indicates someone new, someone exciting is coming on in for you. Now this person may be a little bit younger, but we will check here in a moment with the Celtic cross. The Page of Wands tends to represent loyalty. Okay, a mate who is loyal. That could be starting with friendship first, and exploring to see where it goes. This is a card of commitment and fidelity. So someone who's going to take the initiative, but also is exciting to be with. So we're going to see what else comes up there. The letter, of course, indicates that your love life will be improving. There will be communication between you and somebody. Now, I do have to say, before I even go into the Celtic cross, Scorpio, there's an energy coming through here of someone who forgot your birthday. They're thinking about you and they may reach out. Now, you may be a little bit cross because they forgot your birthday, but this is what's coming through here right now, okay? So this may be someone, it may be an ex. Perhaps you were thinking an ex would message you if they normally do, or there's someone here who forgot your birthday and they're going to reach out in the next 4 to 5 weeks. And they're going to let you know that they're thinking of you. This is someone you know already, okay? I just want you to be aware of that. this may be a friend who has a romantic interest in you, or it may be an ex, because whoever this person is, they have a romantic interest. Okay, so if you haven't heard from anybody in a while and they didn't message you for your birthday and they suddenly message you in the next 4 to 5 weeks, this person has romantic interest. Okay, I just want you to be aware of that. But this is a singles love reading, so I'm going to focus on that instead. But lots of communication at the end of the month as we move into January as well. So let me just go and get the Celtic cross for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? What are they meant to see? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide the Tower? As I said, you've had a shock. The energy I am picking up in this particular reading is someone who has had a shock. The foundations of love have been shaken for you in the past, and it's really made you not trust love. So let me just see. We've got Justice. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Wow, you've literally, you know, can you see? I hope, well, I'll show you the cards, but you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards. This is a big deal. You've had a very difficult experience in love, and maybe even in truth. Perhaps you've had experiences where people have been dishonest to you in the past, and it's made you fear love or feel unsafe when it comes to love. There they are, 6 of Cups. Okay, there's someone that you haven't spoken to for a while coming back into your energetic sphere. This person has romantic interest for you. Okay, we have the 10 of Wands. Interesting that that card comes afterwards, because although there's baggage with this person, I feel like you're ready to clear space for something new. We got the Hanged Woman, and we got the Knight of Pentacles. Also the cross and the letter, that can mean, you know, there's going to be a little bit of a delay. And you've got the Hanged Woman, and you've got the Knight of Pentacles. So there's the delay again right at the end. You know, the delay in a physical relationship with someone can mean that there's going to be lots of, you know, getting to know each other stage through messaging. I'll see where I can, where perhaps you'll meet this person if it comes up. But let's get to your first card, 8 of Pentacles. This is the heart of the matter, okay? You've been doing a lot of personal work. 8 is the number of the self. You've been investing in yourself, and you've been doing some mending, okay? Even if you've not been focusing on things from your past, I feel like you have been doing a lot of mending, a lot of sorting things in your mind, compartmentalizing things, and it has been very cathartic for you, okay? 8 of Pentacles is all about investment in self and learning more about what you want, what you don't want, what went wrong in the past, and, you know, red flags to notice for the future. 8 of Pentacles also is a card of thinking of the future. So 8 of Pentacles is like, if I invest in this now, I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking, you know, I want a relationship that goes full term. You're looking to settle down, and you're not willing to give your attention to just any old body. So it's got to be a very special person who comes along to really pique your interest in the first place. Yeah, I really get this energy of you investing in yourself in the now in order to pay off in the future, so that you're open and vulnerable in love, in a good way. Vulnerability in love is actually very, very positive, because it means you're open and honest, and, you know, saying, this is who I am, this is what I want, and there's nothing wrong with that. Society has built this weird kind of way of humans, you know, especially when you first meet. It's like, okay, I won't call them back for like a day just so that I'd play it cool, and I'm just gonna do. When love is involved, that shouldn't matter. It's like, if you love, if you have feelings, it's like, hey, you know what, I'm kind of feeling a vibe with you and I'd like to explore it. Let's just see where it goes. I'm not gonna play it cool and play games and make you feel like perhaps I'm not that interested in you, or perhaps I got other options. And, you know, when it comes to true love, there's no playing games. It's raw, it's honest, it's open, and that's what you're looking for, okay? Something that is, it's almost like what I get with this person that's coming on in, I feel like this person is like really innocent. And I don't mean like innocent, like naive, okay? What I mean is, this person, their intentions are pure. Let's put it that way. They're honest, they're open. They literally say from the very beginning, this is who I am. This is what I want. Let's explore it and see where it goes. Especially in Knight of Pentacles. Of all the knights, you want the Knight of Pentacles. Someone who's going to take the time to get to know you. Now what's crossing you? We got the Death card. Something's lingered in your energetic sphere way too long. Something that was over. Okay, so this could be that you are trying to process something that's been over for a while, or perhaps you felt very, very stuck in bit stuck in a rut where you felt you've taken yourself out of the dating game and it's a challenge to get back in. You may feel like you're like completely out of sync with the dating world, or you may feel that you want something organic, and the only way to get out there and find love is to force yourself into a situation, and you're not comfortable with that. So I feel like you've been like coasting for a little while in your love life. Again, please don't shoot the messenger. This is what I'm getting here. But there's a major transformation happening here. Some of you maybe even revamping your look, or revamping how you feel about yourself in certain ways, and getting ready to get out there and meet new love, because this is the end of a painful cycle, and now you're ready to open yourself up to something new. I always say the Death card, it's not the end of something, it's an evolutionary process, it's a rite of passage, and it is to make progress. It is to open yourself up to new. It's a cleansing, and it's a rebirth. So it's very important to realize that you've gone through something very difficult, and you had to take the time necessary to feel now is the right time for me to open up to love. And you will always know when that time is. That time will be different from the person next to you or your friends, or, some people, they come out of a relationship and then they go straight into another one. That's, sometimes, that may not be healthy. Sometimes it's like, you know what, why dwell in the past? Just move on. So it depends on what kind of person you are. And being a very deep soul, my beautiful Scorpio, you tend to take your time to process what happened, because you give your all when it comes to a love relationship. You go really deep. It's almost like you merge with your partner, and that's what's so difficult. Merging with a partner, whilst it is comforting and it can feel wonderful, sometimes it can also be unhealthy, because should anything go wrong and there's a separation, it feels like piece of you has been ripped away, and that person still has that piece of you because you merged so deeply. So I totally understand why it has been difficult for you, but now is the time to open yourself up and release that and move on to something new. We got the Tower deep down, which actually is really positive. This is in the guttural kind of energy here, where you realize something needs to change. When you get the Death card and it's in the Resistance position, it kind of indicates something feels stuck, something feels stagnant. You may have felt like you've been built, there's like a prison built around you where you just can't get out of a cycle. It doesn't have to be that you're literally a homebody, but you might be. Can be that you've gone to all the usual places and there's still nobody, and you're just stuck in a rut and you don't know how to get out of that. Well, the Tower card is a liberation card. It basically means there is sudden change. Suddenly, everything is different. So I feel like something's being taken away in order to replace it with something greater, something better. And I feel like all your past is like being taken away, and you're left with the present moment and an opportunity to open up to somebody new. Okay, so I feel like the Tower card is really positive for you, because it says unexpected and it will be very interesting. Something unexpected is on offer here for you, an opportunity for a positive transformation, so that you do not remain stuck. So keep your eyes open, because I feel like there is someone new headed in your direction. Now, with the Chariot card in the Resistance position, some of you may have focused a little bit more on ambition or success in your either in your career or in your personal development. The Chariot card is you looking at commitment, and you are making progress, but you may have not known which direction to feel you should head in. So you may have felt a little bit scattered in the past, but now you're focused. Now you've made a decision, and now you know where you want to go. You're dedicating yourself to opening up to love. So some of you may have even booked travel, because this and your third house can be quick trips. So if you have booked a quick trip, there is high potential for you to meet somebody new on that trip. Let me see if I can see anything more. If you do work for a living, I would say there is someone who has romantic feelings for you within your workspace. This person has not said anything. You may know who this person is. Let me pull a card. I feel like this is someone that perhaps you're not really interested in, because I feel like you don't really want to take it to the workplace, but let me just clarify. Emperor energy. I mean, this could be someone who's in a position of power. Emperor energy is someone who's older. I mean, it could even be your boss who's got, you know, romantic feelings for you. You may or may not want to go with that. That's your call. That's totally up to you. Will this person vocalize their feelings? Five of Swords. This person likes to push your buttons. They like to tease you. Okay, that's an indication of who this person might be. And they do it just to get a reaction. They want to see if you care or have any feelings for them. I feel like they're trying to play games, be a little bit game player, to see how you feel about them. And how does my beautiful Scorpio feel about this person? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Knight of Swords. Run in the other direction. Okay, I feel like this person, Knight of Swords, I feel like their lifestyle is too different from yours. And I feel that once they tell you, I feel like, yeah, it's almost like I feel like you don't really want them to tell you. Let me just clarify that just to make sure I'm picking up the right energy. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you'd be more thinking about the workspace. You think it's not appropriate. You'd be like running in a different direction. You're like, no. You'd feel like perhaps if anything went wrong, you'd have to change your job or you know. So I feel no. It's a no. Okay. You're more concerned about your family, your home, and your job if you do work. Okay. Now the Chariot card also is an indication of keeping a tight rein on who you connect to. So I feel like you've been very discerning about the company that you keep. And that's why I feel like you found it very hard to meet somebody new in love, because you're picky. And it's important to be picky, my beautiful Scorpio, because nobody deserves to settle for second best in any situation whatsoever. So it's good that you are picking, because the right person is about to enter your energetic sphere. Now we also have the Justice card. This is the potential, which means finally you get what you truly deserve. Someone who's honest, open, a contract between you and a person. I feel like you and this person that's coming on in for you you have a contract. You're going to feel like you have met this person before, is what they're giving me. Oh wow, they're giving me a song right now. Okay. I'm saying that because I don't really know how this song resonates with your reading, but okay, I'll give you what they're giving me. Just gotta wait for it to come back around. One moment, please. You've got to roll with it. You've got to take your time. You've got to say what you say. Don't let anybody get in your way. Then it goes really muffled. It's almost like they're fast forwarding the song. But you know, I think I recognize your face, but I've never seen you before. I was just saying that. You're going to feel like you're going to feel like you know this person, or that you've met this person before. Now this song, okay. This song, very famous song. It's, oh, that band, Oasis. I do know this song, okay. So Oasis, oh, I mean, it might be called You Gotta Roll With It, or Roll With It, or something like that. Or maybe it's Take Your Time. I'll have to look that up, but definitely that band. Definitely, I know this song. Now, this song may be relevant to you in the way of the words. You know, you gotta roll with it, I guess, is like, it's gonna be organic. You gotta take your time, like slow it down. Say what you say, or whatever those words were. Say what you want to say. So that's be your honest, wonderful, authentic self. Don't let anybody get in your way. Okay, so this could be if your ex comes on in, perhaps don't let anyone get in your way. Or perhaps if nobody really want to meddle in your dating life. So that sentence, I guess, that may be quite specific to somebody. But the fact that it said, I think I recognize your face and I've seen you before, or no, although I've never seen you before, I think it said, Yeah, there's going to be something about this new person when you meet them. You definitely feel like you've met this person before. And this song may be relevant because you may hear this song in the next 4 to 5 weeks on the radio or in the mall, in the store, or just anywhere. So listen out for it. As soon as you hear that song, it indicates that you're close to meeting this person. So just pay close attention to your surroundings. The Justice card, this person is going to be very honest and open. I mean, this person may even work in legal, some sort of legal department, or even work in some sort of humanitarian work. Doesn't have to, but they could do. You may meet this person. I feel like you may meet this person either traveling or, you know what, I feel like you're actually going to meet this person out of the blue. Let me see if I can get an indication as to where will my beautiful Scorpio meet this person. Can you give me an indication where my beautiful Scorpio may meet this person? Because you've got the Tower and you got the Wheel of Fortune. And if you know my readings, you know that they show up together. 5 of Swords. The Magician. Now the 5 of Swords is like someone who pushes your buttons or is a game player. And the Magician card is someone who manifests. And the Knight of Pentacles, they are showing me that this person, it's like you are dreaming this person to life. It's like you're manifesting, you're building this person, the idea of this person in your mind, and they are just coming to life in your world. Like you've got a Knight of Pentacles, which is the outcome energy, which is the person coming on in to give a solid offer of a relationship long term. Okay, I mean, obviously you're not going to meet each other in the first instance and then it's like, oh, we're in a relationship now. There is going to be time that is taken. That's what the Hangman is all about. Okay, time to get to know each other. And you've also got here the Magician card and the Knight of Pentacles. So they're showing me again, even in a different deck, you're about to meet this person who is going to invest in a future with you, who wants a traditional relationship, someone you can trust, someone who is loyal. And the Magician card is like you have visualized someone like this, or you've manifested this, because the Magician card is all about you using your visualization power to turn your visions into reality. But we've got the 5 of Swords here. Now the 5 of Swords, as I said, is 5 of Swords is like it's like time to put things right. Someone playing games, or perhaps this person has had a similar journey that you've had. So some of you may be like going to like a counseling group, or in some sort of group where you talk about your experiences with people who've either cheated on you or lied to you or given you the brush off, or there's some common. I want to clarify that 5 of Swords because that's the thorn. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Knight of Cups. I see what they're trying to tell me. Because my guide literally just pointed the 6 of Cups. Okay. This is your choice. Someone who's played games with you in the past or kept you hanging. This is the person who forgot your birthday. And I almost want to say this person didn't really forget your birthday. They did something. It's like they just didn't message you on purpose. This could be an ex, okay? This is a game player. And this person has romantic feelings. This is someone who is going to try and reunite with you or talk to you that you haven't spoken to in a while. You've got 2 knights here. But the outcome, you end up with this one. Okay? Not the one who's got flowery words and, never does what they say they're going to do. So you do have a choice. That's what the Chariot card is also indicating. You have a choice here. The Justice card actually means, when you look it up, it means to make a decision. It's cause and effect. Which one will you choose? So it's you having to deal with a choice. And as you can see on one side, there's a book there. So the book is all about knowledge. The one you know, or the one who will respect your heart. The heart's on the other side. So you have to weigh up your options here. So it looks like you are going to have an option. 8 of Swords. is in the near future. You can't see any of this happening. This came up in the Taurus reading, so you may have Taurus placements. You can't see there being an option for you right now. I feel with the Eight of Swords, I mean, look, there's even 2 ships. So there's 2 options, there's 2 journeys here that you could take, and you're in charge of which one you take. But the Eight of Swords is basically, you may have had anguish, feeling like you've got no options in love, but it's like buses, they come along at the same time, right? So I feel like you're going to see that you've gone through a very difficult rite of passage in life, and there is a soulmate who is coming on in for you who's had a very similar experience. And I feel you bond because you understand each other on a deeper level. Because only people who've got that depth to them, they actually have had very difficult life journeys. And I feel this is you, Scorpio. You can't be with someone who is very superficial or on the surface. You need someone who's had life experience or is open to life experience. So I feel like you and this person are on the same level. Now, your advice to yourself in the moment is leave it up to fate. You've got the fates, Wheel of Fortune energy there, okay? So I feel a lot of you are like, you just don't know anymore. You're like, I can't tell if there's love coming or not. I've invested in love. I thought it was the one, and clearly it wasn't. And now, right now, I just don't know where I'm at. So you're leaving it up to fate. And the 10, this is number 10, as I said, and you've got number 10 here. You're turning a cycle because you're surrendering to the universe. That's what the cross is, sacrifice, surrendering to the process, and the universe is bringing you someone in. Now, the external circumstances, I feel for the month of December, you will hear from someone that you haven't heard from in a while, and this is the person who has forgotten your birthday, or supposedly forgotten your birthday, okay? This person will, the message I'm getting from this person is that they miss you, and they genuinely miss you, but this person's not emotionally capable to love you. They don't have the emotional depth that you require. And no matter how much they love, they've not met themselves on a deep level, and we can only meet each other as deeply as we have met ourselves. And this person's not willing to do the spiritual work. They try to fast track everything in their life. Okay, so I'm just picking up that this person, you may have been in a cycle with this person, but I feel like you want change, you want new, okay? Now, I'm also seeing an image in the water of a dragon. A dragon. So you may actually see a dragon right before this person from your past reaches out. So look out for a dragon. I mean, there may be even some connection with a dragon with that person. Perhaps they had a dragon tattoo, or they gave you a painting of a dragon or something like that. A dragon is an indication that this person from the past is going to reach out and strike up a conversation with you. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. 6 of Cups, though, doesn't always have to mean reuniting with someone from the past. It can also mean that the universe is sending you a gift of open, honest love. Okay, so I will pull a quick card on that before we move on. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Okay. 5 of Cups. Yeah. So 5 of Cups indicates, I mean, literally, this is sitting on the fence. This is Spirit really sitting on the fence, saying it's 2, it's both. It's basically the person that you feel like you lost out with, or that it didn't go wrong, it didn't go well. You felt disappointed by this person from the past, and someone new. The universe is sending you someone new. There's 2 cups there, which indicates that there is a gift of innocent, passionate, loving, respectful, understanding union headed your way, and also someone that you have cried some tears over is trying to muscle in as well. It's always the way whenever you're about to move on somewhere else, sometimes energy from the past tries to raise up and tries to prevent you from being happy. So just watch out for that, okay? Hope and a fear, 10 of Wands. You can't say fairer than that. 10 of Wands, I have to read both sides. 10 of Wands in the upright is like you've got some baggage from a previous experience and you're trying to change it. You're trying to release it. You're actually almost like burning it away in order to clear that way for a new beginning. I would say you're burning your bridge with this person from the past. Burning bridges and, opening yourself up to new. because the Ten of Wands in the reverse indicates there's a new start here. You're opening yourself up to a new experience in love, and you're releasing baggage. It no longer has the power to keep you stuck. You're freeing yourself up and liberating yourself, and you're lightening up as well and letting your hair down, allowing yourself to just give yourself a break and enjoy yourself. You've done a lot of self-reflection, and now it's time to let loose and have fun. And we've also got the outcome here as the Hangman and the Knight of Pentacles, or the Hanged Woman in this deck. Now that indicates a slight delay. So I feel like there'll be messaging from you and a new person, but having a physical relationship won't come really until the new year, is what I see here. And okay, now suddenly they're showing me an image of meeting at, now this could be an event or a place where, what do they call those things? It's very fancy. You know, I've not been to a place like this, but I can see it on right now in the water. It's on the table. It's like one of those, is it called a doily or something? It's like this lace kind of place setting where you put things on. I mean, I'm sure it'll look fancy for somebody, but I mean, why? You've got a coaster. What do you, but it's this lace, fancy lace thing on the table. It looks like it's round, and there's drinks. So it could be an event that you're invited to, or it could be a place that you go to, and there's some sort of, I think it's called a doily. I don't know where I even know that from, but anyway, and it's on the table, and you're going to notice that, and that is in some way connected to this new person. So you could meet this person at a fancy event, or perhaps you're invited to a birthday or something to celebrate New Year, or something, some sort of event or celebration, because it doesn't look like it's someone's house, what I'm seeing. It looks like it's somewhere public. So watch out for that. And look up doily, like I'm going to look up doily and see if I'm right about doilies. Such a strange name as well. Anyway, for a piece of material. But anyway, let's move on. We've got the Knight of Pentacles coming on in. Also, my guides want you to be aware, as you can see, the hanged person, there's a little bit of ivy over here, but it's not even touching this human. So I feel if you've had toxic relationships drawn to you in the past, this is not this person. The new person, there is no toxicity, okay? This person is true blue. Their word is their bond. And I feel like this person comes on in, and they're open-hearted. They're very knowledgeable, this person is very intelligent, this person. This person's got a good job. They've got their finances together. This person, they really make an effort. They want a traditional relationship. And they're faithful, they're hardworking. They would always make sure that they worked for the union and not just let it slide into nothing should there ever be any problems arising. So someone with a very beautiful heart. Let me see if I can get anything more. I'm just going to pull a quick card, see if there's anything more for you. Can you show me anything more? Can you give me a real specific place or time frame? Ha! No. The answer is no, Baba, no. We got the Wheel of Fortune. Let fate intervene. Fate will put you in the place with this person, the right place, the right time, and they will be the right person this time, and it will be love. Okay, this is a divine union. Destiny, fate, divine timing. So, I mean, the fact that you've got it, you said leave it up to fate. Well, there it is. Okay, so I do feel though that this person, in the next 4 to 5 weeks, you will be aware of who this person is. Okay, I mean, it could go all the way up to February, but I really want to say it's no later than the 3rd week of January. That's the energy that I'm feeling from this. Okay, so I'm just going to pull some final cards. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, but they obviously want that, so let's see. We have independent. So it says here independent, and it says plenitude, luxury, privilege. You've worked really hard to create the success and security that you have around you. Indulge in your surroundings, for you have the self-discipline and maturity to do so. So you've been, doing a lot of self-care, self-development, and, focusing on your own needs. and it's probably because you had a bit of a shock. We've got disturbance, storm, disintegrate. Something broke apart on you, and it made you have to be independent and strong. We've also got near future, so it's on its way. We've got messages. Okay, so it says presently, rapidly, shortly. Expect arrivals any day now. So we've also got planning. So lots of messages back and forth. Groundwork, blueprints, preparation. This situation requires detailed analysis. So I feel like there'll be a lot of messages back and forth, but also you get ready because this person's coming on in. But the only way you need to get ready, my beautiful Scorpio, is just be your wonderful self, okay? We've also got hydrate. Now that really means healthy relationship, okay? It says health, recover, nurture. So that's going to be, this relationship is actually a reflection of how you feel about yourself now, as opposed to how you felt about yourself years ago, okay? So I feel like you're in a much healthier mindset, shall we say, as well. It says, give yourself the nourishment your body needs. Unconditional love starts with you. Only then can it be copiously extended to others around you. Isn't that the truth? It's number 47. When you reduce it, 4 + 7 is 11, which prepares you for the soul path, 1111. And we've got socks. Now, socks is all about complacency. You know, sometimes we get into a cycle of being a homebody, and that's okay. But if we're a homebody and we're not putting ourselves on online dating, then it's going to be very difficult to meet somebody. So it's important to try to come out of your comfort zone and put yourself in a position to meet new love. And it says here, introspective, coziness, complacency. Life cannot always be lived to the fullest by being a homebody. Don't let your socks stop you from feeling the grass. So if there's any invitations that come your way, my beautiful Scorpio, get out there and mingle, because the universe is trying to nudge you to meet this person. So watch out for that, okay? I'll leave it there. I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have the death symbol, which indicates change and transformation, okay? So you are definitely changing the way that you operate in love. I mean, I close my eyes when I pick these trinkets, my beautiful Scorpio, and of course you cannot see that. So unfortunately you do have to trust me on that. And I mean, for those of you who've had acrylic nails in the past, you will know that you cannot pick anything up or feel what you're picking up in the first place. And my friend gifted me these for my birthday, and I just really have not had time to take them off because, you know, life and family, I'm a carer and things like that. So it's difficult to find time to do these things, and I can't feel what I'm picking up. So it's wonderful that we got the death symbol that connected to Scorpio. We've got a ring, which indicates a contract between you and this new person. Also, that this has the potential to go to a higher level commitment relationship that involves a ring. You know, engagement, marrying, that sort of thing. And we've got 2 keys. I mean, this is what I'm so excited about for you all, because I know how difficult this love journey has been for you. We've got 2 keys. One is the rose, which is connects to the death card symbol, death card, the white rose, and it indicates purity. It indicates faithfulness, loyalty, and new starts, new beginnings. And also we have another key there, which has 3 legs, which is the symbol to move forward. So I do feel that your relationships with this person is going to move forward, and both of you are holding the key to unlock each other's heart, and it's going to be wonderful. Okay, I feel this is the person in near future, soon. So all the energy I've been feeling, the cards are literally clarifying that. So it's nice when that happens, okay? So I'll leave it there, my beautiful Scorpio. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Scorpio. Love and light.